Today is Sunday, August 21st, 2022. It is also day 398 of WebDev, and today I'm going to make a landing page for a dog walking nonprofit. And I'm going to try to do something different today, as in code it in a different way. Because yesterday I had problems with the header because I had a position absolute, and I know for a fact that if I had it positioned relative, it would like still be inside the container and it would be responsive. So I'll try that today. And I downloaded this SVG from undraw.co. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm on Replit right now. Um, I have my script tag over here. That's all I really need. I'm going to just start with my body. So for the body, I'll do a div class container. And I'll go here and end it right there. And then inside my CSS, I'm going to do dot container. And I'll give it a border, 5 pixels, solid border, black border, and I'll run that and then reload over here. So that's what I have so far, but I'm going to give it a height so I could actually see something in it, because currently it has nothing in it, so that's why it has no height. If I could spell height right, that would be great. Of 100 VH, vertical height of the screen, reload, and now it's going to have a height. Now I noticed that there's some margin, like some space around the container, so to fix that, I'm going to go to here and just zero out the margin, and also zero out any padding that there is, and that should get rid of that space around. There we go. And then the last thing I'm going to do is box sizing, set that to border box, and that allows me to work with padding and margin a little bit better. So I'll do that. And then what else? Okay, so back to my HTML. Inside the container, I'm going to have a div class header, and I'm also going to have a showcase. Right, so inside I'm going to do div, give it a class of showcase, and inside over here, let's see, inside the showcase, I'm going to have a background image, so I'll just do, let's see, class equals img, or just image, maybe, that's more intuitive, and then I'll leave that there, and then I'll also have content, so I'll leave that there. And this time, the thing that I'm going to do different is I'm going to actually, instead of putting them just within the showcase, I'm just going to wrap them around a wrapper, so that I believe that would be easier to work with. So I'll do that. So that's there, that's there, that's there. So inside the content, it's going to be an H1, it's going to be heading, and then there's going to be a paragraph, um, something, I don't know, literally something, I don't know, I'll figure it out later. And then href hashtag, which means leads to nowhere, it's going to be called button. And then let me run that because I haven't been running things, and that's what I have so far. All right, and then let's see. I'll also maybe put in a form in here. So I'll do a form, and then I'll do an input. I'll do type email, and then leave it like that. And then let's see, type email and load that. So I'll be able to see that input there. And then I'll also do placeholder and set that equal to just email, so that it says email in there. Right, beautiful. Okay. So that's literally, no, that's not it. I have to go to where's the header? Oh, over here. So inside the header, I'm going to have a logo. So that's going to be div class. I'm going to do ID logo. And then, and then I'll also have a nav bar. So I'll do class, nav bar, that's going to be my navigation bar. And inside my navigation bar, I'm going to have a list of links. And so I'm going to do an unordered list, which is just basically a list with bullet points instead of numbers. If you want to list it with numbers, then that would be an OL, an ordered list. So each unordered list, or any list, actually has a list item, and I want all of my list items to be links. So I'll do the A tags that lead to nowhere. So the href is like the hypertext the hyper reference, whatever. So hashtag is like a placeholder, makes it lead to nowhere, and then I'll just call it link instead of button because it's, yeah, that's pretty much. And then let me close that. And then I'll also give it a class of link so that when I want to make style changes to links, I don't have to target each of them individually and I can just target the class. All right, I'll go ahead and copy this a few times and just paste it, reload, beautiful. And then I'll also give this one also a class of link, but I'll also give it an ID of button because I might want to just change certain attributes later on for that specific button. All right, so now that's it for my stuff. So now I'm gonna go to, hold up, did I even write a logo? Oh, I didn't. So I want my logo to be an H1 that literally says logo for now. Um, yeah, so let me reload. Okay, beautiful. Now let me go to my style.js, not JS. Did I just say JS? Style.css. So the first thing I'm going to do is the header. So I'll target the header. And for the header, let's see. I'm going to first start with the background. The background should be the same color of like the accent of the image. So I'm going to upload my image, upload file. Let me go to quick access. Nope, downloads this one. All right, and then it should be this one. I'm going to use my color picker. Go here. So it's E66F51 for the color. So I'm going to go back to my CSS and just set that to be that color. And then if I reload, now it's looking like that. All right, now let's see. I'm going to do position relative to the container. And I'm just going to move it from the top 20 pixels. Actually, hold up. From the bottom 20 pixels, I meant. So that it goes to the top. Beautiful. Let me do 23, maybe, just maybe 22, just so it goes all the way up. Okay, beautiful. So that's the header. Now here's the thing. The header contains two things, the logo and the navigation bar. And both of them are actually on top of one another. They're in like a column, and I want them to be in the same row. So to fix that, I'm going to just make the header a flex container by setting the display to flex. And because I did that, now everything inside the header, which is the logo and the nav bar, are going to now be flex items and are going to have to follow the rules of whatever I put in the header. So let me actually target the logo and give it a border of 5 pixels solid black. And then I'll do the same thing for the, what's the other thing, the nav bar. So dot nav bar, by the way, you target links, not links. You target IDs with hashtags and you target classes with dots. All right, so now I'm going to be able to see the boxes um, in that way. So because I set the header to have a display of flex, flex has a property called flex direction, which is by default set to row. So if I run that, it's not going to change anything because by default, that's what it already is. But if I change it to column, it's going to change it to what I had before, which is not what I want, right? So row is the way to go because it's going to move everything inside the Flex container, which would be the logo and the navigation bar to be in the same row. But then I don't really need this because again, it is like that by default. But then here's the thing. I don't want my navigation bar and my logo to be literally next to each other. I want them to be, logo at the left and the navigation bar to the right. So what I'll do is I'll do justify content, which is a Flex, it's a Flex property, which you can only use with Flex. So you'll do justify content space between, and that's going to put space between the logo and the navigation bar. So that does that. But then I noticed the same kind of problem within the navigation bar itself, like the links, they're all on top of each other in the same column, and I want them to be in the same row. So I'll go and target, if I go to my HTML, I'll see where the links are. I know that the links are inside the UL, so I'll be able to target the navigation bar UL and set that as a flex container so that now all of these become flex items, like write the links. And then when I set this to be, flex, they're all going to now have to be in the same row. So I'll do that right now, if I could just get to this. So I'll do dot nav bar ul and then set it to be a display of flex. And then if I just load that, reload, now they're in the same row because again, by default, flex direction is set to row. But then I noticed that they're like overlapping. So to fix that, I'll just do gap to EM. By the way, this is a flex property also. Gap, let me just reload that. Okay. And then to get rid of the bullet points, that's a list item property, so I'll have to target the list item. So navbar ULLI, and notice that I'm just writing in the order that I wrote my HTML. So I see the navbar, then the UL, and then the LI. So it's kind of like a tree, right? Just whatever comes in order. So then I'll just do list style, set that to none, and that removes the bullet points. And then to remove the underline, that's an A tag property. So I'll have to target the links. But remember, I actually gave all of the links a class of links. So instead of doing navbar ULLIA, I can just do dot link, and then that would target the links. So I'll go and do that here, dot link. Change the text decoration to none because right now it's set to underline, and then that should remove the underline. And then to change the color of the link tags, not the link tags because there's actually a link tag, I meant the A tags, you have to do it in here also. Changing it like just putting color white in the navigation bar like over here or over here wouldn't work because it's specifically an A tag property. All right, and then what I'll do is, let's see, I'll do a background. Let's see, white, and then maybe just change this back to black. And then let me see, right? So that's going to do a little box. And then I can do padding. So I can do 10 pixels top and bottom, 20 pixels left and right. Get rid of that letter right there. And then it should look like that. Now I notice another problem. My links are all at the top, and that's because if I give this a border over here, 5 pixels solid black border, and run that and reload, that's because the UL is inside the navigation bar. So the UL, I'm just going to give it another color, green, reload. So the UL is the green box. And the black box, let me just give it another color, like purple. So the purple box is, okay, the purple box is the navigation bar and the green box is the UL. So because the UL is at the top, that's why the link themselves are at the top. And so I have to center the UL so that the links themselves are centered, right? So in order to do that, I'll target the purple box and set that to be a display flex so that it becomes a flex container. And once I do that, I can use the flex property just, not justify, align items, which actually, if I set it to center, aligns my items vertically towards the center. So you can see it moving down. So that's perfect, right? All right, and so that's that. I could also give the UL some padding so that the links are not like outside. Actually, you know what? Can I just do height, min content, and then that should at least be the height of the content. Or not. Height or width min content. That's weird. Okay, I guess it is. So then padding, I could do 10 pixels, and then that should do that. Perfect. All right, so after that, I think we're good with that. I'm going to just go to Google Fonts and give it a nice font. I always like to use Lado for links because I feel like that's the best. So I'm just going to search up Lado, do regular 400, add it to a cart, go to selected families, and I'm just going to copy this. I also, I'm going to use Roboto Slab. So I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to go back to over here. I'm going to go to index HTML, and inside the head tag, I'm just going to paste that there. So basically what that does is when you use now the CSS rule for the font, CSS is now going to know where you're getting this font from because you cited it in your HTML. So yeah, it's kind of like citing in a research paper or something. It's like citing your work, you know? So your teacher knows where you're getting that information from. Same idea. So I'm just going to copy this font family rule, go into my CSS, and I'm just going to apply it to all of the links. And then you can see the font change, which is beautiful. All right. And then another thing that I want to fix with the header is that I don't want the navigation bar and the logo to be all the way to the edges of the what do you call it, of the screen. I want there to be some space. So to fix that, I'll go to the to the what? To the what do you call it? The header. And I'll just give it a padding on which is on the inside, right? Of 0 pixels top and bottom, and then maybe 40 pixels or 45 pixels left and right. And then that should move the things kind of towards the center a bit. Or not towards the center, but a little bit, like that. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, I'm trying to see. I also want to give the header, I didn't even give it a height, so let me give it a height of 80 pixels because that's usually what I do. How odd. All right, so that's that. Now I'm going to move on to the showcase, which has a new thing, which is where is it? The wrapper. So the showcase itself, I'm just going to give it a border. So I'll do dot showcase border 5 pixels. I'll do like what's the color? Blue solid. Reload so I could see it. So that's a showcase. The showcase I wanted to have a height of 100% of the container and also a width of 100% of the container. So I'll go ahead and reload that. So now it's looking really good. And then what I'll do now is I'll do dot wrapper, which contains like all the content, and give that a border as well. Of like a brown. Okay, so I also want that to be height 100% and width 100% for now. I know I'm going to change it later probably. All right, so I also want the container itself because it's a black border to have a height of minimum content instead now because I want it to extend. Oh, Jesus Christ, what is that? Oh, that's the problem. Huh, interesting. So then I would have to leave that. Whatever, I'll change that later. All right, let me add the image now. So for the image, I believe I called it image. I'll just get background and then the URL. And then I'll do, let me just go here and rename it to image.svg. And then just put it here, image.svg. And then give it a height and a width. Actually, let me just do like 400 pixels and then 400 pixels. All right, so that's the image. I'm also going to do background size and tane so that I'm able to see it. And then so it doesn't repeat, I'll just go here and say no repeat. Or not, I guess that's not gonna happen. So no repeat, space, no repeat. Okay, there we go. Space for the space. So that's the image. And here's the same thing again. Like I don't want the image to be on top of the heading. I want them to be side by side. So let's see what I can do. I put the image first. So first of all, let me just move this content to be on top of the image, or at least before the image. That's one thing. And then I'll go and make the wrapper and give that a display of flex so that now everything inside it, which includes the content and the image, will be moved to the same row, as you can see. So that's one thing. And then let me see. For the content, I'll also give it a border 5 pixels black. That's not how you spell black. Solid. Reload. Okay, so that's the content. Um, okay, so let's see how it looks like over here. So I definitely need that to be bigger. So what I'll do is I'll do dot content and target the H1, give it a font size of 4 em. Oh no, hold on. the minimum. So let's do 10, just play around until it looks fine. Actually, I should probably, to get a more accurate result, I should probably just say what I'm gonna say. So, we'll maybe like take a break. We'll walk your dog for you for free. Yes, for free. All right. And then here, sign up to reserve a spot, reserve a day. Or no, sign up for a volunteer or something. I don't know. To walk your dog. Or maybe get rid of this yes for free. All right, and then let me go here back to my CSS and I'll just go to the H1 and I'm just going to get the CSS rule that I already have added. Where is my stuff? Okay, wait, I'm so lost. Okay, over here. And I'll just paste that in there. And then that should change. That. There we go. And then I'll do dot content p. Do the same thing there. Did I just change it? All right, so let's see. Um, what else am I missing? I should probably kind of lower the font size to be like 8. So it works like that. All right, and then I'll go and give the width for an H1 of like 400 pixels and see what that looks like. All right, maybe do 500 pixels. Let me see what it looks like here. All right. And then at the same time, I want it to be at the center. So let me do that real quick. I believe it's the brown box that I have to um target this one. So display flex, and then let me just do justify content center. So everything's at the center, and then align items center, which moves my stuff vertically to the center, and then justify content moves it horizontally to the center, like that. Okay? So that's what I have so far. So take a break, we'll walk your dog for you for free. And then what I'll do is instead of justify, where is it? Justify content center, maybe what I'll do is actually no, yeah, I'll leave it like that and then just do a gap of maybe 3 EM and reload. Or actually no, let me get rid of this. Now me changing my mind every second. Let me do space around so that there's space around them, but they're not like, there we go, beautiful. And then I could definitely make the image bigger, so I'll do like all right, let's see, image. I could do the same thing as, where is the content? I didn't give the content a height. um well, let me go and give this a border so I can see what's going on. All right, so what I'll do is give the content, not the content, the image, change the height to be 600, see what that looks like. So definitely bigger. Whoa, that's too big. So 700, reload. Okay, that's, oh, we love playing around with numbers. Okay, 650. What? Did I not even try 600? Oh, okay, so let me do 590, 580. There we go. And then I'll give this a width of 580 pixels too, I guess. All right, and then instead of contain, let me try something. Let me do cover and see what that looks like. Nah. So let me do contain, but then as I do contain, I'm gonna try to see if I can do display flex so that I can center the image um vertically and see if that would work, because that's kind of the goal that I'm trying to get. And it's not working, so I wonder why that is. Let's see. So display flex, align item center. It contains, if I do cover, it's gonna cover. So weird. And if I do this, it's like definitely not responsive. Okay, so let me try to figure this out. This is definitely responsive. This is not. What if I go and let's see. Okay, let me go back to contain. And reload. Okay. Okay. I'm just really trying to figure out a way to do this here. Maybe instead, is there any way that I could let me see. So I have the image, I have the content. Oh my god, you know what would be good? Instead of me adding a media query so that it goes to the bottom, I can just change the content to, not the content, but the wrapper to have a display of grid. Actually, no, that would be the same thing. Yeah, no, never mind. I could do display flex and then just do flex wrap. So I'll do flex wrap and set that to wrap and then reload. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? All right, so that does that for me. This is so messy. All right, we're gonna figure this out. Totally. Okay, so for the height, um, what if I change this to 100%? Would that be realistic? Oh my God. What if I set it to be position relative to its previous ancestor, which is not the, it should have been the content. So let me move this below, but I don't think it has a height and width. That's the problem. Okay, let's see. So definitely not that. So how about 50, 50 reload? All right, so now it's looking like that, but I don't want that. So I'm trying to figure out a way to do this. Let me just go back to how I had things. All right, so take a break. We'll walk your dog for you for free. I should probably make the font size a little smaller. All right. And then let's see. If I do this, I just really need them to be the same height. So what if I give this to the where is it, to the content? No, it's just weird. All right. Let me just play around with some stuff. So, okay, that's what I want. How about 180? Or just 60? All right, so I could do 50, reload, and then work this way. And then if I do that, start like this, it's still at the center, which is pretty good. Um, that works. That works. And then just what about 50 beam in for this one also? So let's do 80. Nope, definitely not. 60 or 55. Oh my god, what is it gonna be? 52? Whatever. Actually not whatever. I'm very picky, like it has to be perfect. Okay, kind of. There we go. So now it's okay, I guess. But I would like it to be bigger though this way. I don't even know. All right. I'm gonna leave that like that. And then what I'll do, mm, you know what I'll do? I'm looking at the logo right now. Not the logo, the navigation bar, and I don't like it because it's still at the top. So I need the green box, which is the UL, to have a height of 100% of the nav bar. So let me fix that. There we go. And then if that's the case, let me do 90%, 80%. Oh, you know what? I think it's the padding. There we go. So then if I do 100%, that works out. But then it's all the way at the top, which sucks. So, let's see. I can do display flex in here. Oh, it already has display flex. Let me just do align items center. So it moves downwards. Beautiful. And then justify content center also puts at the center. Kind of. Okay, whatever. I'm good with that. All right, so take a break. We'll walk your dog for you. This could definitely be bigger in this case. Let me just start with the styling. So for the paragraph, I give it a font family, blah blah blah. And then let's see. The form could definitely be bigger. So the input, let's see, with 100%. Okay, and then I could do border. Actually, I don't want to do border radius, but let me just, how would I do this? Oh, height 20 pixels, 40 pixels. Okay, and then the font size for this could be 5. Oh, never mind. 3. And then the width, so it wraps around, could be like 200 pixels. Nope, that's horrible. 400 pixels. Nope, that's still horrible. Um, Actually, maybe it's fine if I just have something like that, but then I feel like, how about I change the width of this to be 600? Oh, How about I go in here and let me see if I could just do something real quick. So I'll do, is there a break tag? No, right? That doesn't exist. Does it exist? No. What was that tag that puts spaces in between? Let's see. Oh, it's the BR tag. That's what it is. BR. Oh, like break. Okay. Let me, there we go. Beautiful. But then I don't want it to have so much space there. Like, Jesus. How do I fix the spacing? No, because then it separates it into like two different things. No. Let's see. Okay, I could do that. That literally does nothing. Um, oh, so I just have to keep on doing it? Oh, could have told me that. All right, so that works much better. What if I get just rid of one? There we go. Um, that works kind of, but then it's kind of starting a little weird. Maybe because it has. Oh, how do I fix that? And then for free, you know what? Let me get rid of this. I'm just gonna say like this. All right, and then go to the width, go to 500. Perfect, that's what I want. Okay. Um, let's see. And then let me go to the input and give it a margin bottom of 20 pixels, so there's space between the form and the button. So let's see. So I have it like this. I don't know if I want to make the font bigger or if that's fine. Um, but yeah, that's what's gonna go on. And then let me I mean, let me change the button. So I'll do hashtag. Oh wait, no, I already targeted, didn't I? Hashtag BTN. Oh no, I didn't. So I'll do hashtag BTN. and change the background color to, I don't even know what color I did. Hold up. Color picker. This one over here. Reload that. All right, so we have that going for me. And then what I'll do is I'll go to the content itself and give it a padding of 20 pixels. So that happens also. And then I'll do the same thing for this one apparently. Oh, maybe that's what I could have done, like a padding of 50 pixels and it would have centered it in the middle. Can I do that? No. Okay, great. All right. So that works out that way. Let's see. Take a break, we'll walk your dog for you, sign up for a volunteer to walk your dog. And then email, and then button. Let me change what that says in my HTML. Let's see, where is it? I'll say submit. And then I'll change these to home, contact, whoops, our mission, or maybe just mission. And then last one could be, I don't know. Oh, testimonials. Testimonials. If I spelled that wrong, it's over. Okay, good. All right, run that, and then let me reload. There we go. Home, our mission, testimonials, contact, and then that happens. And then what I'll do is, all right, I'm just going to add some hover effects. So for the links, when I hover over them, if I could find them somewhere, I want the background to change to hashtag E 6 times. Oops, when I hover over them. All right, so that happens when I hover over them now. And then let me do the one over here. So when I hover over the button, I want the background to change to a slightly different like shade of that color. So I'm just going to go to palette generator and I'm going to get that color. If I could just get that color. Why does it keep disappearing? All right, that's great. And I'm going to get the shade and just do like 2 shades darker. And then put that right in here, do hashtag, and then reload. And then when I, oops, no, not this, save and then reload. And then when I hover over it, it should become a little darker like that. And then let's see, did I put the font size? Yeah, I did. All right. Oh my God, did I just really do that? All right, okay. And then I think that's it. Sign up for a volunteer to walk your dog. I might want that to be a little bit more to the top, so I'll just go here and do like margin from the bottom 10 pixels. Whoops. Wait, why is it doing this to this one? Okay. How about there we go. All right, let me reload that. All right, looks like that. So I think that's okay. Let me get rid of the borders now. So border for the image, for the content, for the wrapper, for the showcase, for the container, and the nav bar, the logo itself, and let me see, reload. All right, so I definitely have to work with this over here. Let me just give the header padding of 10 pixels. Well, that looks so bad. Oh, interesting. I wonder why it's like that. And then the showcase, where is the showcase? It has a height and width, but I want to be position relative to the let me just move this. Relative to the container, or I guess over here. And then it's all the way at the bottom, which is so bad. Let's see, how would I fix that? So let's see. I could get rid. It doesn't even matter to have the padding because it's. Hold up, let me go to the content and get rid of that padding that I have there because it doesn't matter because I don't even see the border. Um, where is it? Okay, get rid of this. Let me save that there. Okay, and then how do I move it upwards? So that's the wrapper. So the wrapper needs, let me go back and put a border on this so I could see it. Right. Oh, that's because it has, let's see. Weird. How to fix this? So, is it because of the height of these? It's not. So, what's the issue? Huh. Maybe I don't need it to be aligned in the center. There we go. But then I also don't want it to be so low. This is a dilemma. And like, what is this space here? Like, what? Let me see. That's the container. Oh, no, that doesn't work. So how do I get rid of that space? I can just go to the showcase and then from the top, 20 pixels. Nope, meant from the bottom. Okay, something like that. And then go back to the wrapper because that's what contains the image and the content. And then put that align items center again. All right, but it's still like too low, like way too low. How would I fix this? Um, let's see, I could get rid of this and then I could just, let's see, I can give this a position relative to, um, to the showcase and then I could just move it from the bottom like 50 pixels. Oh my god, what happened? Right, there we go. That's what I wanted. So let me just adjust that. Wait, what happened? Position relative. There we go. Oh, wait. No, yeah. Huh. That's not exactly what I wanted. The wrapper and the image. This is so annoying. How about, okay, so I have the bottom. Huh. I mean, I guess it's okay, honestly. Get rid of that border. I just need that image to go a little bit more downwards. So I'll go here to the image and let's see. I could just give it a padding from the top, like 30 pixels. Oh God. Love that. All right, how about margin from the bottom, not from the bottom. No, not from the top. I don't even know anymore. 20 pixels. All right. All right, so real quick, I'm just gonna change the logo to have a color white and see what that's gonna look like. Let me go to my HTML and just change it to say something like, I don't know, doglo. All right, and then why is it so weird? Like, there's something wrong with the header. Oh my God. Let's see. Honestly, let me just go to the header. Where even is it? And I have a padding of 20 pixels. I could do 30 pixels, but I don't know why it keeps on doing that. Like, that doesn't make sense. So let me do padding off 20 pixels. Get rid of this. Reload that. Beautiful. There we go. Now it's looking good. Okay, great. And then the image, I still need it to be at the center, bro. Like, let me just give it a border. Like, honestly, I can't do anything without borders. All right, so I just need it to move downwards. Like, why is that so hard? So, margin off 50 pixels and it doesn't even move. Oh, it does? Okay, that's great. So let me do 100 then. I don't want it to move too much, but I think maybe 80 pixels would be good. Let me get rid of that border, save that, reload. All right, that's okay. And then let me do the form. Let's do, there we go. Let's do 30 pixels so that there's space between, the actual form and the submit button. All right, and I think I'm done. So take a break. We'll walk your dog for you. Sign up for volunteer to walk your dog. Email, and then submit Doglo Home Our Mission Testimonials contact. And it is responsive, which is really good. It's so nice. Wow. Only thing is this thing. Why does it keep doing that? Honestly, you know what? At this point, let me just go to index HTML and get rid of our so that it doesn't do that. Whoops. All right. And then, all right, that happens. I mean, it's okay. At least it's way more responsive than yesterday, or at least it took less work to make it responsive than yesterday. The only thing that took a lot of like tidying up was like the image itself. Like I hate the fact that I have to do contain instead of cover and then it's a mess. But at least it's like it stays the same until it reaches that point and then it goes downwards and I didn't have to use a media query, which is really cool. And I did that just with Flex Wrap, which is super cool. And then the navigation bar, I guess it should wrap, but it's okay. Um, but yeah, this is what I'm getting at right now. I'm just trying to see. I think it's okay. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm gonna go now. Bye.